This is part 2 of the recorded conference call for the kickoff meeting of the 3 people topics. Co-PI Scott Haskins will describe the scope and the deliverables, and the utility partner leads will introduce themselves.
Thank you, Cello. This is Scott Haskins, co-principal investigator for our UAIM program. I will briefly describe the deliverables associated with our people topic areas, and then we'll introduce the segment of the video where we hear from our utility leads for each of our people topic areas. The first type of deliverable will be associated with research for each of the 3 people topic areas: organizational culture, workforce, and change management. Of course, these are interrelated, and each covers strategic, tactical, and day-to-day operational aspects. For each topic area, research will be conducted to identify specific assessment methods, maturity models, and management strategies that include leading practices. A final type of deliverable, in addition to our regular team phone calls for each topic area, will be a series of remote workshops that will be interactive and share progress of teams and individual utilities, offering new and improved models and guidance for the wider group. We will be using remote collaboration tools to make these workshops effective and worthwhile. The UAIM project team will work with each topic area team to tailor these workshops to achieve our learning and participation priorities. Let's move now to introduce team leads for each of the 3 topic areas: workforce, change management, and organizational culture. These team leads represent progressive utilities and leadership in our industry, and will be coordinating the activities of a large group of utility participants from across North America and Europe. The first team is Workforce, led by Lisa Thompson and Jennifer Zukowski from Metropolitan Council Environmental Services, also known as MCES. You can see the initial list of utility participants shown in this table. Lisa and Jen?
Hi, I'm Lisa Thompson, General Manager of Metropolitan Council Environmental Services. I'm also the co-lead for the UAIM workforce team with my colleague Jen Zukowski. Environmental Services has 3 primary roles: provide wastewater services to municipal and industrial customers in the largest metropolitan area in the state of Minnesota, and to provide planning and technical assistance for surface water planning and water supply planning. Our wastewater system consists of $7 billion in infrastructure and provides the capacity to serve approximately 50% of the population of Minnesota. We provide treatment services to 110 communities and 800 industries, who we consider to be both customers and partners. Our vision is to be a valued leader and partner in water sustainability. This reflects our view of the importance of working with other regional partners to ensure that the region will continue to have the water resources to support a thriving region. Transformation doesn't come easy. The conventional wisdom about organizational transformation seems to need the Einstein quote applied to it. You can't solve today's problems with the same thinking that created them. Consider these facts and questions about organizations. Why do change programs continue to fail at 70 to 80%? Why are employee engagement scores stuck at 30% despite decades of efforts to improve? Why aren't more organizations fueling passion or purpose? If you've gotten buy-in and change still isn't proceeding, what's stopping it? It's hard enough to change your own behavior, much less an entire workforce. Is there a worldview in our belief system that's preventing us from inventing a more powerful way to work together? It's essential for organizations to be collaborative, and I've been pursuing this most of my career. The greatest challenges of our times are not easy to solve, and they will take a diverse workforce and a workplace designed for inclusion and collaboration. The root of the word collaboration is co, and it carries two meanings, together and equal. Collaboration is rooted in everyone's voice being equal. Inclusion is our responsibility, and the future of work is about every single person participating in ways with the potential for equal impact.
Hi, my name is Jen Zuhowski. I'm the Manager of Workforce and Equity with the Metropolitan Council Environmental Services Division. My work spans the organization and is really focused on workforce planning, diversity, inclusion, and equity, as well as organizational culture. Diversity in the workplace is extremely important because it's attributed to organizational effectiveness, improved performance, innovation, and overall organizational sustainability. When we look at diversity, we really give people an opportunity to bring different perspectives and new ideas and new ways of solving problems. And that creates an environment that's more engaging. There's better trust. People feel like they are included, respected, and valued. And overall, collaboration and teamwork is highly improved. Equity and inclusion are huge passions of mine. I try to lead my life on a daily basis being inclusive and considering all the voices in the room and elevating voices of those that are typically marginalized and oppressed. A bulk of my research and work is grounded in conceptual frameworks such as neuroleadership, which looks at the neuroscience and psychology behind inclusion as well as behavior change. Bronfenbrenner's ecological model, which looks at societal factors, personal factors, a multitude of influences on human development and growth. The particular areas that are striking to me and I've done a lot of research in are the macro system level influences, so societal values, political climate, as well as the microsystem level values, which are workplace and organizational culture. It can also be school and some of the social groups that people may be involved in. So looking at those influences, how that shows up in the workplace, how that shows up in things that we see happening in society right now. And another theory or framework that I've really researched and have used as a basis for some of my work as well is critical race theory, which looks at the historical aspect of racism and white supremacy and ties it into the very things that we're seeing today and the systemic change that we're trying to make and how history influences today and how those practices have continued to marginalize and oppress groups of people, and particularly it impacts who has access to resources and who doesn't. I believe all of these have implications on organizational culture and the sustainability, and even in creating a culture of inquiry. Do people feel engaged and included enough to speak up and bring forth ideas that may be challenging and new? Also, are we making decisions based on evidence-based practices and research, or are we opening ourselves up to things that may not be inclusive? Are we opening ourselves up to bias, unintentional consequences? On a personal level, I'm involved in a number of community organizations and nonprofits that serve people who have barriers to community resources and inclusion, which may include careers and jobs, education, quality of healthcare, also looking at social determinants of health. how the various things in our environment really impact our overall well-being. So these are things that I'm passionate about. I learn from people every single day, whether it's those that are researchers or those that are practitioners or those that are doing both. So I think that, again, this work and time spent together is going to be extremely valuable for me.
I'm excited to be participating on the workforce team, as our future rests in getting our workforce and culture systems right. Our workforce responsibilities include hire, develop, manage, and support. They are a continuum, and doing well with one can be completely negated if another area is not aligned with it. This is an exciting time as there is much more new science around what makes the difference when it comes to being a great place to work and doing great work together. I look forward to sharing and learning from others who appreciate that what got you here might not get you there.
The second team is Change Management, led by Don Uchiyama from Portland Bureau of Environment Services, or Portland BES for short. You can also see the initial list of utility participants for this topic area. Don?
Hi, I'm Dawn Uchiyama, Deputy Director at the Bureau of Environmental Services in Portland, Oregon. I'm a landscape architect by training, and over my 27-year career in public service, I've led and implemented a wide variety of strategic and organizational development efforts with a clear focus on shared ownership and system-wide solutions and transformational change. BES is the stormwater and wastewater utility for the City of Portland. We are one of 27 bureaus in the city, managed by a mayor and 4 commissioners. With over 625,000 customers, 650 employees, and $15 billion in assets, we are a major force within city government. Like most water utilities, we've undergone major changes over the past 30 years, and for some time now we've been reimagining our work. We are intentionally shifting from a traditional sewer utility to a nimble, service-oriented organization. We are committed to creating innovative, cost-effective green solutions to combat the effects of climate change, improve public health, and better serve all Portlanders. We also know resource recovery and sustainable business practices will strengthen the resilience of our community, and we are looking forward to what the future holds. I'm thrilled to join the UAIM movement and to bring forth the people topics, because that's what this work is all about. Recently, BES employees updated our strategic plan, and our leadership team committed to implementing a bureau-wide reorganization. I look forward to sharing with you our experiences, and I especially look forward to learning from all of you. Together, I expect we will create a highly collaborative workspace where we share best practices for change management and continuous improvement. Building off the great work done to date, I'm ready to get energized, be inspired, and contribute to some of our society's most urgent challenges and opportunities.
The third team is Organizational Culture, another popular topic area, with the initial list of utilities and individual participants shown on the slide. This team has 3 co-leads, each of whom will introduce themselves. Paul Cadota from Metro Vancouver, Mark Poling from Clean Water Services, and Zanetta English from Louisville Metropolitan Sewer District. Let's start with you, Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul Cadota, Collaborative Innovations Manager, Liquid Waste Services, Metro Vancouver. Metro Vancouver provides bulk drinking water and liquid waste services for 2.6 million people residing in local communities, including a Treaty First Nation within southwestern British Columbia, Canada. Our board of directors is comprised of mayors and councillors of those communities we serve, and they set forth a strategic plan that includes as one of its goals for the entire region to achieve carbon neutrality by the year 2050. This means we can't proceed with business as usual, and that continuing with routine improvements is simply inadequate. We need to notch it up and create transformative innovations. I would say that the most impactful innovations are yet to come and to be developed by the next many generations of workers. New solutions need to be conceived, concepts tested, inventions piloted and demonstrated. These activities are not truly established norms at Metro. So if we want more of it in the future, we need to have the right ecosystem for it. And the foundation of that ecosystem is having the right organizational culture that's conducive to the ideation process, especially for the next generations. We're motivated to shift the current organizational culture in the right direction. And this is the reason why we've been studying this area and truly look forward to continually learning from experts, practitioners, and all UAIM participants. Thanks.
Hello everyone, I'm Mark Poling. I'm with Clean Water Services and I'm the co-lead for the UAIM organizational culture team. Very excited about working on this part of the project. It's something we've been waiting to get to for quite a while as part of this overall project. And one of the things that makes this so important is as we change processes, as we try to improve things, one of the things we absolutely have to address is culture. Organizations are consistent. Culture dictates how we do things. As a matter of fact, when you look at how your processes work, you'll find that they are a reflection of that culture. They're a reflection of how things work inside of your organization from a people perspective. And I love this quote from Drucker, culture eats strategy for breakfast. And this is really true. If you try to do things that are not consistent with your current organizational culture, whatever that is, you'll find there's a very difficult task and really oftentimes just won't last very long. So I'm very excited to be part of this group where we're going to develop business case and approaches for creating your desired organizational culture. Looking forward to it.
Utility partners, it is indeed a pleasure to co-lead with Mr. Mark Poling and Paul to serve on the Organizational Culture Work Group for UAIM. Louisville MSD has been a champion of the UAIM since its inception. We envision that the project will play a key role in our organizational effort to become a utility of the future. In addition, our executive director, Mr. Tony Parrott, has empowered each of us to share our knowledge and skills with others in the water sector. This is the perfect forum. The outcomes that I would like to see from this group is a set of tools that our utility partners can utilize to further our organizational goals and business strategies. MSD is actively working our goals and objectives for our strategic business plan, Blueprint 2025. I look forward to learning from each of you. I think that during this current pandemic, we have a unique opportunity to reflect, map out the changes, and execute the changes we want in our respective organizations. Thank you for your commitment to this work group.
This is Cello again. Many thanks to Scott and the utility leads. You can imagine that with 45 people from 21 different utilities engaged in these three activities, even setting up a meeting can be a challenge. All participants should have received Microsoft Teams invites for bi-weekly conference calls. We're also collecting feedback from participants about the best timing and format for the workshops, and will proceed to plan targeted and interactive and interesting sessions. The value that each participant brings to this effort is value gained by all. Please familiarize yourself with the collaboration environment that was set up in Microsoft Teams, and let's get ready for our first bi-weekly conference call.
This is Cello. We are all looking forward to working with you and very much appreciate your participation, and we will see you soon. Thank you.